Are we ready to begin? Okay. Oh, Joanna. All right, we're gonna go ahead and go back to the open session. We're gonna begin with a presentation of new employee. Carmen?
Yes, Mayor, council members, I am very excited to introduce to you our brand new Public Works City Engineer Director, Octavio Hurtado. I don't know if you'd like to say a few words to the council. We're lucky enough that it didn't take us 6 months to a year to entice him to come over, convince him. I don't think he knows what he signed up for, but hey, he's here. He's here, so he's stuck now. But yeah, it's very exciting to have him on board. His expertise and just a fresh set of eyes is going to be very helpful as we move our major projects forward.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Carmen. Mayor, members of the council. It's nice to be here. I'm honored that you found some trust in me that have me come over and help out with the city. You've basically made me change my job for the first time in my career. So I've been an engineer for 36 years and worked for the same firm. Then I was a consultant engineer for King City for over 20 years, but never had to, when I switched over to be a city employee, I never changed my position, my office, everything was the same. So this is the first time where I'm actually going to a new place. And I want to tell you that it's been very nice. It's very, very pleasant. Everybody I've talked to, everybody I've worked with has been very accepting and I like it here. So just a little bit about me. I grew up in Gonzales. And then 1985 graduate of Gonzales High School. And I'm going to just kind of take it down and go back in time. I'm a 1981 grad of Fairview Middle School, a 77 grad of La Gloria School, and a 72 grad of the kindergarten class of La Gloria School. So it's interesting. It's kind of full circle. So I'm looking forward to helping out with all your infrastructure needs, and looking forward to looking for some projects to improve this community and to improve everybody in this community. And that's one of my things I stick to is to help out and help every neighborhood of the city. And I'm looking at things and I have ideas and I'm just hoping with Carmen's leadership and she can guide me through some exciting projects. So thank you.
Well, welcome.
Welcome.
You said you were a Spartan graduate of 1985?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I told my wife, who's also a Spartan graduate, and she says, I don't remember him in school. I said, no, you're too old. You graduated in 82. You graduated in 82. He's 85.
Yeah.
Sorry, she's always throwing at me because I'm older than her. You don't know. She's much younger than you, so a zinger once in a while. You know me. All right. Comments from the public not on the agenda. Any member of the public may now address the council for a period not to exceed 2 minutes on anything not on the agenda. The council will listen to all comments, but will take no action and make no comments. I thought I saw nobody's running to the podium. Okay. All right. God bless you. Joanna, do we have anyone via Zoom?
We do. We have Henry and April on Zoom.
Okay, great. Henry, April, you're on.
Hi, can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay, so my name's Henry Martinez, 116 10th Street. In front of you, there is a picture of 4 people helping one of Gonzalez's officers as he was getting beat by an individual. To my behold, and also shame, those 4 individuals who helped out the officer ended up getting charged and got sent to court, which makes no sense at all. These people should have been, congratulated as heroes for helping out the situation. But now these individuals are looking at new charges. I don't know what's going on here. That clear as day, you can see that picture. You could see the officer getting handled, and you could see those 4 people jumping on the guy who was taking out the officer. Is this what Gonzalez is for? Helping out, but then you're looking at some criminal charges? It's crazy. I don't know if you guys seen this picture before or seen the videos, which is why I had that blown up and sent to you guys so you guys can look at it right there. And this is crazy. This is an all-out assault from the police department. They don't want to give gratitude where it is needed. But this the Gonzalez way that you guys talk about all the time? I don't think so. And I hope you guys look at that picture pretty good. You guys just ruined 3 teenagers' lives by giving them these charges that had nothing to do with them but step in and help out an officer.
Thank you, Mr. Martinez. April? I thought April was. Is she on the line, Joanna? April?
If you can please unmute yourself.
That just happened to be the way our thing is set up, so she's not speaking.
She's not speaking. Okay. All righty. Mary, any comments via email?
Comments via email.
Okay, then I'll go ahead and close the public comment period and bring it back for council work here. So we move on to the consent agenda, which is items 5 through 17. If you've all had an opportunity to review those consent agenda items, is there anyone wishing to pull anything on the consent agenda? If so, Maria?
Move approval.
Scott, do you want to pull anything? Nope. Okay, Maria, you want to move for approval?
Yes. Second?
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries.
Do a roll call since Scott is on the phone.
Yeah.
Yes. Mary, let's do a roll call vote because Scott is on the phone.
Yeah, and that was an aye.
Well, technically, because you are on the phone, we have to do a roll call.
Understood.
Mayor Pro Tem Silva,
Aye.
Councilmember Scott Buck,
Aye.
Councilmember Lorraine Worthy,
Aye.
Councilmember Maria Orozco,
Aye.
and Mayor Jose Rios.
Aye, motion carries. All right, the next item, item 18, Liz, would you be so kind as to read that into the record?
Sure. Item number 18 tonight, consider approval of resolution number 2026-04, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Gonzales submitting to the voters at a general municipal election to be consolidated with a statewide general election held on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026, a measure that would implement a special parcel tax to be levied on the properties within the city based on land use to fund fire and emergency medical services to be provided in the City of Gonzales. Staff report.
Yes, Mayor, council members. So this evening before you, staff has proposed the recommendation that the city council adopt resolution number 2026-04. A resolution of the city council submitting to the voters at the general municipal election to be consolidated with the statewide general election held on June 2nd, 2026, a measure that would implement the special parcel tax to be levied on properties within the city of Gonzales. In past years, the Gonzales Fire Department was run by a team of volunteers, and that seemed to work well for a very long time. More recently, though, in 2020 or so, accreditation and more rigorous requirements for personnel put a stop to the volunteer system because it was no longer viable for the city. So to keep the fire department fully functional with emergency and medical services, the city had to bring on personnel as full-time staff. This ensured that the critical services continued. Unfortunately, we didn't have a new funding source to support that. The city just continued taking on the responsibility to fund and operate a fully functioning fire department. However, the city and the department cannot continue to operate that way. The financial sustainability is needed to ensure that the department continues to keep qualified medical and fire safety staff on, especially the city's proximity to emergency services and hospitals, et cetera. Despite the city's prudent and fiscally responsible funding efforts, the city cannot continue to operate the fully functioning fire department based on the funding that we currently have. And we already have minimal staffing of 2 office firefighters on staff around the clock. The city has pursued other funding efforts to no avail. So we are finding this to be one of the options that is available to us to ensure that we continue with our emergency services here. Based on the results of a survey that we put out a few months back, we received pretty positive feedback from the public, speaking about how fire and emergency services is a priority of theirs. So then, hence we have prepared the resolution 2026-04 calling for the local municipal election to be consolidated with the statewide election on June 2nd, 2026, at which will allow the voters to, really speak their mind as to whether they want to see this parcel tax happen or not. The parcel tax would go strictly to support fire services and its operations. And the parcel tax would be at a rate of $349 for a single family unit, $262 for multi-family unit, and $148 to $201 plus 7 cents per square foot for non-residential parcels, all adjusted annually. It's estimated that if passed, the parcel tax could bring in $665,000 in revenue, again, strictly for the fire department. In adopting the resolution 2026-04, City Council would approve the content and form of the proposed parcel tax ordinance and its submission to the voters of the city at the June 2nd, 2026 consolidated statewide election. And again, all funding generated from the parcel tax would go strictly to support fire department operations. So before you this evening, staff is recommending that the City Council adopt resolution number 2026-04, a resolution of the City Council of the City of Gonzales submitting to the voters at the general municipal election to be consolidated with the statewide general election held on Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026, a measure that would implement a special parcel tax to be levied on properties within the city based on land use to fund fire and emergency services to be provided in the City of Gonzales. Staff report, any questions?
Questions for staff? Go ahead. Liz.
Just a quick comment and not really a question. But I thought that the June election is the primary and not the general.
It is the prime.
Yeah, but in the
general?
verbiage, it says general election instead of primary. So if we can change.
Oh, that is a good observation.
Okay. Thank you.
So this would be for June rather than
Correct.
November.
Correct.
Okay. Any additional questions for staff? Okay, then I'll go ahead and open this up to the public. Anyone from the public wishing to comment on this item may do so at this time. Again, you are limited to 2 minutes on this agenda item.
Hi, Henry Martinez, 112 10th Street. Does this cover the new fire ladder truck?
No, Mr. Martinez, the fire truck was already paid for.
Okay, it's already paid for.
It's already paid for.
Okay, yeah, because as a landlord, we're in favor of that to fund the fire department. In the past, our council preferred to fund the other department, brand new cars, take home, drive new cars around town, new equipment, new drones, new assault weapons. When this council should have been in the past thinking of throwing more funds the other way because my understanding is we have old equipment, fire hoses. They don't have the smoke goggles to go into a house. They don't have a lot of stuff that they need to save our lives. And, you know, we need to change the council's attitude is they already have enough equipment. They don't need more equipment. The fire department, who saves our lives, goes in and risks their lives to save us, should be funded first, taken care of first. I don't want to see none of our firemen go into a house that he's not properly equipped. And, you know, we should pay them what they should be paid instead of paying the other department. And for years, you guys always funded the other department, everything they wanted. And we're surprised we didn't burn in the years. Now that you guys coming for more money, great. But you should have done it years ago and showed us that you're spending the money wisely. A drone, 6 assault rifles, new cars, car chief takes home every day home. You know, that we don't need.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Martinez. Anyone else wishing to speak on this item? Do you know one else up to the podium? Joanna, do we have anyone via Zoom?
We do. We have Henry and April.
Okay. All right, Mr. Martinez, you are online.
All right, Henry Martinez Jr., 116, owners of the properties, not my dad. Thank you very much. I have already talked to the other landlords, and with this passing, rents will increase again. I am for the fire department, but I have yet to read the documents, and I have not seen them. I have not seen them posted anywhere. I and the rest of the landlords need reassurance that this money will not be taken out and handed to any other areas of the city. Also, too, the city manager went on, what was it? KSBW and put on there that this was also for the raises of the fire departments, and I don't think you guys are talking about that. It would be nice for you guys to disclose everything, not just to help fund, you know, in them. We're talking about giving raises to the current people that are there. So this stuff needs to be disclosed to the general public and not just hide it behind certain things in certain papers. If it's not disclosed properly, we are going to vote no against it. And if it's straight for the fire department only with guarantees that none of that money would be taken elsewhere, we'll vote yes for it. But we need to know, and early than later, because I guarantee you this would fail if it's not disclosed ahead of time.
Is that it, Mr. Martinez? Is that
Yes.
next then?
No, she's not speaking. No.
Okay. All righty. Thank you very much for your comments, Mr. Martinez. Anyone else on Zoom?
No others on Zoom.
Okay. Mary, any comments via email? No comments via email. Then I'll go ahead and close the public meeting and come back for additional council discussion. Carmen, do you have a budget breakdown, assuming that we're successful in getting this passage? I'm assuming that I'm just guessing right now that we do need should have one more fireman 24/7. So that would include hiring 1 or 2 additional people?
No, Mayor, actually, these funds would go just to support what we have
Just to
now.
support what we have?
Yeah, they would not even allow us to hire more. It would help us maintain what we have, meaning the personnel we have now, in addition to, in the future, potential, life-saving equipment.
Okay.
But it's not, additional staffing is not factored into that budget. I mean, it literally is to help kind of maintain services.
And again, broken down, it's about $1 a day for a single family home. Is that correct?
That is correct.
How about for a apartment? $21 a month for an apartment? Okay, so hopefully the landlords don't raise the rent by more than that. Okay, additional questions for staff before I ask for a motion?
No.
No? Okay, then I'll ask for a motion.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we approve resolution number 2026-04 as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please, excuse me, roll call?
Mayor Pro Tem Silva,
Aye, present.
Councilmember Scott Knight,
Aye.
Councilmember Lorraine Worthy,
Aye.
Councilmember Maria Orozco. Aye. Mayor Jose Rios.
Aye. All right, motion carries. Moving on to the next item on the agenda is, Youth Commission. Shelby, Richard? Oh, you guys are getting up there? Okay. No, I can't see you guys, so.
Forgive me, some of the information is, we're still putting into the doc, but this is what we have, to report so far.
Michael?
Can you hear me? There?
Well, the microphone is more for the audiences out there to hear you.
Okay. So GOIC updates. The food pantry for our action project is currently in progress for refurbishment and is almost complete. We'll be reaching out to local student artists to paint a mural on the sides of the pantry to represent the Gonzales and the community. We are also reaching out to several partners to make the unveiling day a fun and informational community day, which will have a food drive and activities to bring awareness to local programs. This event is targeted to be on March 28th at the community garden. The youth commissioners will also be having several meetings throughout the semester with other South County youth councils for our South County Youth Summit, which will be held here at our new community center as well. Future GYC dates are February 20th. The youth commissioners will be meeting with Greenfield and Soledad youth councils for the youth summit meeting. And on February 26th, we will be officially meeting with Supervisor Chris Lopez from 4 to 5 p.m. Gonzales High School updates. Spring sports are now commencing their conditioning for this upcoming season. Boys tennis will be having their pregame on February 19th, which is Thursday against Everett Alvarez. National FFA Week is this week. We will be having dress-up days. I believe that's next week, right? I think it starts next week on Tuesday, I think. We'll be having dress-up days and chapter activities to promote the importance of the FFA national organization. Interact Club will be having a community service meeting next week on Friday, the 27th. ASB is currently planning our 2026 prom and senior activities. With that, we are still looking for a caterer for the event as well as a decorator, I believe. So if anyone knows of any local businesses that we can help out that are willing to go to Hollister, that would be greatly appreciated. We're also having many fundraisers such as C's Candies and Luigi's Family Meals in the works. Thank you. That's all for us to report.
Thank you. Anything else?
That's all.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you for your report. Any questions for the youth commissioners? No? Okay. Then we'll go ahead and move on to the next item on the agenda, which is appointing an alternate for the South Salinas Valley Broadband Authority. I'm currently the person representing Gonzales, but we're looking for an alternate. Any interest from any council member that's just dying to go to Greenfield once every 3 months? It's only an hour. It's never been much more than an hour. Thursdays, correct, Carmen? 10-15 minutes
And where do they meet?
in Greenfield
Oh,
City Hall. You can do Zoom. Is that, and that's usually when it is, a third Thursday.
Yeah, it's,
Midday.
yeah, lunchtime usually.
Okay. Scott, you don't have burning desire?
No, I can't commit midday on the weekdays, unfortunately.
Okay. All right. So Liz,
Since I brought up the topic earlier, asking that. There you go. I kind of opened that bag of worms. huh?
April?
We just
Tomorrow.
met 2 weeks ago, so yeah, the next meeting will be next month. They're usually, yeah,
Like quarterly?
it's quarterly unless there's something pending on the agenda, or something that needs to get approved,
Okay.
so I don't think
It doesn't matter.
I don't think there's anything that necessarily pending, although.
And again, you can do Zoom, so you
Yeah.
don't necessarily have to be there in person.
That's
But
fine.
we'll add them to your calendar, and then if Mayor can attend, then we'll let you know which.
Fair enough.
All right. So Liz, you got it? And if not, Maria said that she'll do it to us. Okay, so
Okay.
we got more than enough live bodies. Okay, committee reports from the council. I'm the first one up in the League of Cities. I have nothing to report. Scott, you're up next. AMBAG.
Yeah, actually, AMBAG, they did not have a meeting due to quorum. I was not at AMBAG because I was on behalf of AMBAG. I was representing Calvans in Sacramento. So I spent Wednesday and Thursday in Sacramento on behalf of California van pools, taking advantage of during their legislative sessions and so forth. Cal Van Pools just recently we've gone through a turnover with our executive director. Our executive director did resign here a month ago, so we had an interim. Ultimately, our decision on Thursday on behalf of AMBAG and the other regions, we voted to hire a permanent executive director. So that was done, and then there were a number of really good meetings had with legislators over that 2-day period in an effort to revamp some of the Calvans funding as they're going through a little bit of a rebuild currently. But aside from that, no other updates from AMBAG.
Thank you very much. MST.
All right, we met last week. One of the biggest issues is we were requested to approve an increase in our buses due to the tariffs. The Supreme Court is supposed to rule on that toward the end of this week. Whether or not it's going to approve will have a lot to do with whether or not we have to pay up to $332,000 more for 13 more buses. So it's kind of up in the air at this point. So again, it's a ruling to see if it's legal. That's what the Supreme Court is going to be discussing, to see if it's legal that the tariffs go into place at this point. So that's the biggest thing that was brought up. We also have, one of the things that has been brought up quite a bit with MST is the fact that we do not have access to taxi cabs in South County. We thought we had a company that was going to be doing it, and then they backed out at the last minute. So of course we have contacted Lyft, we've contacted Uber to try to get someone to come down here for special reasons. But for some reason, nobody wants to do it because there's not enough business, I think, down here. But Carl is working really hard with his staff to try to come up with a solution to that. And it's an ongoing issue. So that's one of the things that was discussed. The other thing was asked by Maria about, we had pulled one of our circulator buses through town, and she had asked me if we could discuss Corda Camp, if there was something we could do for Corda Camp. So I did bring it up to one of the staff members. She said at this time, they don't have they don't have a resolution to this, but they are going to work on trying to come up with some kind of plan for Corda Camp. So that was something that we talked about. The other thing that I wanted to bring up, I think that's it for now. I do want to bring this up. I know I've brought it up in the past. The way that MST takes care of their staff is unlike any group I've been in. Every month when we have a meeting, they recognize a staff member. I know we're very small here, but sometimes I just think it's really important to let our staff know how important they are. It's because we are so small, we want you to know. I especially, and I know everybody that sits up here wants the staff to know how important you are to us. If we didn't have you, we wouldn't be able to run the city. So we don't have the capabilities that MST has because the agency is very large, has a very big budget and all of that. But I do want the staff to know that we recognize how hard you work and we appreciate it. So that's all I have at this time. Thank you. Our next meeting will be March 9th. Thank you.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Oral communications, we'll start with you, Ms. Orozco, and then we'll move on to Ms. Franco.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I'd just like to comment on what Lorraine said about recognizing our staff. Maybe perhaps just for consideration, you, in your reports, Carmen, you can report if somebody's, 5th years coming up or 10 years that are coming up or however, many years that they've been with us. I think that would be nice to add. I know that we do recognize staff during our Christmas party, but it is kind of nice to be able to recognize those who are, 5, 10, 15-year employees. So good idea. I also wanted to let folks know that unfortunately, the Salvation Army is no longer serving the city of Gonzales and I believe the other South County cities. And I believe it's again due to funding sources. So just one less support agency there for our community who are coming to provide meals to our residents. So hopefully there'll be others that can take their place. I also want to mention that it's nice to get kudos from folks when they read the article that was recently published, article that was recently published in the San Francisco Chronicle, and Joe Matthews makes a reference to our Gonzales Youth Council and the good work that they're doing, and I really appreciate that. I still remember when we first formed the Youth Council and all the work that's been done in previous years. The article itself, if you haven't read it, is a really good article. It does make reference to the beginning years of the school council members and how much they've accomplished since they started, and especially now with the Teen Innovation Center. So congratulations on that. Tomorrow we will be serving for Ash Wednesday at St. Theodore's Church, enchiladas from 11 to 5. So stop by and pick up a plate. And also every Friday for the next 5 Fridays, we'll be serving our annual Lenten dinners as well. So thank you. That's all I have.
Scott, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, nothing additional this evening.
Nothing?
Nope, nothing this evening.
All right. Liz.
Just want to remind people, we haven't had rain for a really long time, and it seems foreign to everybody. Slow down and don't forget to turn on the lights. Yesterday coming home, my husband and I counted, I think it was 98 vehicles without lights that were headed northbound on 101 between Salinas and Gonzales. And, we forget about what we're supposed to do and slow down, slow down, slow down. The electronic billboard, I'm sure everybody's had a chance to see it. I know I have a lot of friends that have already made calls to me. They're excited about it. I hadn't seen it at night. So Friday night coming home from helping at the AT&T, I came in through Gloria Road and cars ahead of me were stepping on their brakes. Not because it was raining, because I think they wanted to see the sign. So it made me feel really good inside that people are noticing it. They're calling, they're texting. So I'm very excited. Can hardly wait to see some local advertising done on it. This Thursday is the monthly senior luncheon at St. Theodore's Parish. Starts at 11. All seniors are welcome. And I look forward to seeing a lot of people. It's kind of a Valentine's theme. Even though it's a few days afterwards, they get into the themes every month. So I'll look forward to that. To remind everybody also that this Sunday, the 22nd, the retired fireman group is having their chicken drive-through barbecue takeout. It, I think, is going to go behind Carlitos So if interested, let me know. They always have a great tasting barbecue chicken. Next Wednesday, the 25th, I will be in Sacramento all day attending the legislative update that is being sponsored by Assembly Speaker Rivas. So I look forward to reporting back at a future meeting. And that's all I have.
Thank you for calling.
Mhm.
Ms. Worthy?
Well, dovetailing off of what Councilmember Orozco mentioned about food pantries, we do have a food pantry this Friday at the community church. And there will also be another one next Friday. So the third and fourth Friday of the month, there will be a food pantry. So the other thing I wanted to just quickly address is I think it's really important for community members, if they have questions or concerns, or they think they want to understand something better, all they have to do is make a call to City Hall and say, I'd like to see. All of our agendas are public. Any kind of information that you don't understand is in the agenda, and everyone who is a community member has access to that. So please read the information so that you're aware of what's out there. And then that way, when you come in and ask questions, you are prepared. So that's all I have. Thank you.
Yeah, believe it or not, I do not have anything this evening. So I thank you. So we'll move on to the city manager's report.
Yeah, I just, real quick, I just did want to let you folks know that I had a really good meeting with Lofgren's staffer last week. Shared a little bit of what the major projects that we have going on here in Gonzales, and invited him to come out and enjoy some time in Gonzales, and he was very impressed. He lives up in Milpitas, and by the end of the meeting, I think he wanted to move to Gonzales. So I invited him out here, so hopefully he'll make some time to come out and just tour the community, but look at our the projects that we have on the horizon. He was very interested in potentially supporting the wastewater treatment plant. So Director Hurtado and I will be working on putting a proposal or something together to help generate some funds from them, hopefully. The only other thing is staff is beginning to have conversations regarding the April car show that usually happens the first week of April. So just put that on your radar. It's coming. We don't have a date set, but usually the first Saturday. So I'll be confirming that date with you at the next meeting. And then just,
Salinas usually has one about the same time, and we're not going to have that conflict, though.
I hope not. Yeah, we'll double check. We'll put ours, usually we like to put our save the date out before anybody else does. It is that first, okay, so then we'll have to look at another date, maybe the second. There's a lot coming up in April, so I know we're already having that conflict, so I'll come back with the actual date for you at a later time. And then the only other thing is the programming at the community center is moving along. Every day or so, I get reports of how many students were in there and how many showed up, and so it's gaining momentum. The Boys and Girls Club is seeing about 18 to 20 students a day, so depending on what day. And yeah, folks are starting to come in and enjoy it. I don't know if you want to share anything, or if you've been out there at the center, but they're starting to program it and looking for opportunities to generate more young people to come in and drop in and just enjoy it. So things are moving along there. And that's all I have.
I just have a little report that once we do have a date for that car show, we can advertise that on our new billboard sign. All right, but also thank you, Councilwoman Worthy, for pointing people to City Hall for additional information, including I want to advertise on this sign. So we have that information because we've also got a piece of the pie. We started rent just last week with the full electricity. So we get a piece of that and we can direct people to that company for advertising. And right now it is in the startup before they've loaded it with other national brands, 50% discount for Gonzales businesses to get
wow.
a picture on the sign. And then after the introductory period, it'll be 25% steady. That'll be less than a national rate.
Great.
That's there. So just wanted to let you know on that.
Thank you. Good to know. Anything else from staff? Okay. Welcome on board, fellow Spartan. Michael, would you lead us into the closed session, and would you read that item so that everyone's aware of what we're going into closed session for? Don't think so.
City Council will set closed session pursuant to Federal Code Section 51956.9 B2 in order to determine regarding the matters significant.
Okay, thank you. Then open session is adjourned and we're going to move on to closed session. So if we could clear the council chambers, that we'd appreciate that. Thank you.